Hey, welcome. Today I want to speak about something that has really been on my mind for a really long time, and it is the simple idea of what separates us from God. What is it that separates us from any higher entity? Why are we different? Are we different? There are so many questions that always surround things like this, and they still surround me. I am still confused. I think I have my own theory regarding this, a universal topic that people speak on and love to speak on, but some are speaking in fear of something or someone, and some are speaking in absolute rebel, which in both cases there are biases. Which one is it that is truly the correct answer? So God is different from us, right? But the only thing that's really separating God from us is emotion. Okay, let's break it down. Why is it that I think this? So, what is God? In short definition, we explain God as the creator of things, of the creator of the universe, the creator of human beings, the creator of everything and anything that a person can think of. Anytime anyone creates something, anything, has it ever been that they create anything that is less than them? No, there hasn't. Mostly things are created to make lives easier, right? But of course, here's gonna be the argument of God is different. God is a higher being. He doesn't need to make his life easier. He does things because this and that. That is the thing, though, that if he did make us on his own accord, there had to be something. There had to be a reason, right? So this is what I think. God made us as a developed version of him. Or as I say, I don't really say God, I'd rather say the source or the universe. He made us as a better version of him, right? So it's almost like he put in things while creating us that are not in him, that he can't figure it out himself. For example, emotions, right? This is what I think. God does not speak the language of the humans. God does not understand what emotions are. He does not understand what feelings are, right? So what does he really understand? How does he know that this is the right, this is the wrong? He does not. There is no right and wrong for him or her or it. To continue my statement, so God created us because he wanted to see what having emotions, how it would impact things, right? He does not go by the right or wrong. He goes by vibrations, by frequencies. This has come in so many different Vedas and so many different things and so many different scriptures in almost every language, that God goes by frequencies, vibrations, that everything has a certain vibration to it, right? Hence, if you feel joyous when something bad has happened to you, that will continue happening to you. Why? Because the feeling that you felt, the vibration, the frequency that you sent up there during that moment was what he received, what she received, what it received, what the universe received, right? So now, after grasping that frequency, instantly the next thought is, I need to give this individual, this piece of energy, more of this sort of a situation so that I can get this frequency out of them. Right? So what he'll do is, the next thing he'll do is going to be similar to that, because then you're being happy again, you're being joyous again about the same issue, right? So this is exactly why people say that don't speak bad words or don't do this, don't do that. the words don't really, yeah, okay, words have impact, but they have impact in our world, not there. Okay, so anything you're saying, it's registering as a frequency. For us, if we say a bad thing, that's a bad frequency, that's a bad low vibration for us, not for, right? So this line that separates God and us, a higher being and us, is just emotions. I think I've heard from one of the Reiki practitioners once that while doing Reiki, humans tend to not consent to it subconsciously while receiving it, right? Which is why it is more difficult for Reiki to work for people who believe in Reiki. If you don't believe in Reiki, you can disregard this point. No issues, right? But for animals and dogs, it is much easier to receive Reiki. Why? Because their subconscious is not as strong as humans. We think we build up our own blockages and we build up our own boundaries, that this is true, this is not true, over the years, over the expansive experience that we gain through life. We gain these silly little ideas in our head too, that this is possible, this is not possible. Who said it was not possible? Who said it was not possible? You said it was not possible. Maybe the next door neighbor said it was not possible. Maybe someone on the phone said it was not possible. But who the hell are they? Who are you to say something's not possible? Why is it that when it comes to things like this, that you consider your word the first and the finest thing, but when it's anything else, oh, God didn't let me do this. Poor God, bro. You only go to him when something's wrong. That's a bias right there. So what does the Reiki thing prove to us? That something that has a higher sense of subconsciousness in it, or like can process things better, is finding it difficult to consent to receiving a certain energy, right? That is what separates us from God. That is the exact point. Because the energy, the highest frequency, the self-actualization in the Maslow's hierarchy system, everything is when you truly realize that, oh, okay, I can just like shut the fuck up, like I can shut this brain up and be like, okay, I'ma just let things happen, I'ma do this and then let it happen. So imagine if what you were doing, let's say you want to learn how to dance, right? You want to reach this one stage or one level of dancing, right? So you keep practicing every day. You don't see a change, you don't see anything in your, like, you don't see much difference in your first day and the fourth day, let's say, and you stop. Which is what most of us really do, let's be honest, right? What happens then, right? So if you shut your brain up entirely during this process and you said, I will just do it. I don't know when I'll reach that stage that I can dance this song, that song, or this step, that step. I don't know. But I am going to just do it because I want to do it. And you do it. What is going to happen then? There's going to be no sense of disappointment, which is where, this is honestly the definition of discipline, where discipline comes in, right? The quote of you should enjoy the journey more than the destination, right? But it's much easier to say than done. Why? Because we have emotions, we have thoughts, we have feelings. So something that does not have thoughts, emotions, and feelings, what do you think would happen if we stopped feeling, having thoughts, having emotions? This is what I think would happen. We would reach that potential that is limited by our own beliefs, that we say, oh, I can't do it, because there's nothing there to do anymore. There's nothing to feel anymore. All you can think about is just doing, right? So our creator really just said, I'm gonna make you like me, exactly like me. I'm gonna give you everything I have, but I'm gonna add this little thing that I wish I had. and he added that to us, right? That is why meditation comes in. Meditation is so important. People say it's so important. It's so important. Why is it so important? Because if you meditate, you can control your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. What does that do? Controlling our thoughts and feelings or emotions gives us the power, the ultimate truth, that we realize that, okay, this is the thing, I need to do this, I need to stop chickening out of this, and I need to just do it. That's the truth. I need to just finish this. I need to get over it, right? Because every single point in life when we feared something so bad, we do it, and then the next second most of us just go, oh, it wasn't that bad. We would be invincible without emotions. We really would. And that is why I think that God and us, we are separated by this one single line, that is emotion. But hey, we never know what's the actual truth. We'll probably never know till the day we die and we crumble into ashes, and then God knows what happens after that. For sure, it's death. That's definitely going to happen, for sure. Rest assured, death is definitely happening. How reassuring is that, huh? A lot of things. We have the ability to do everything, but we're just limiting ourselves over something that's created by God knows who, honestly. Because where is this idea of humans can't do this, can't do that even coming from? Where? Can someone show me? Where? Exactly. We don't really know where it's coming from, but we tend to believe it so easily and so eminently in us that it's in our veins, that we know that we can't fly. Let's say flying. We know we can't fly, right? But what if someday someone flies and then we're like, oh, maybe we can fly? Girl, 2 seconds ago you may think something is not possible, and then someone else does it, and your next instinctual belief is that, oh, I can maybe do it. What is that? Think for yourself what that is.